I had to tell her that she can't be with him, man.
You know who you are.
She can't be with the white man. Nah, she gonna figure it out when a nuclear missile come over here and blow her the hell up, holding his damn hand, man. So now you guys are African.
Yes.
From where in Africa?
I'm African from Congo.
From the Congo. You?
Yeah. By way of America and Jamaica.
Oh, sister, you an Israelite.
Am I?
You're an Israelite. Jamaicans are Israelites.
Are they?
Yeah. So now I got to tell you.
That was part of like the American slave trade.
Exactly. Like the Haitians went to the island of Hispaniola. We had different boat stops.
Technically, like,
yeah.
You know,
different boat stops.
I get what you're trying to say, but
right.
I just would never sell my brothers.
Okay.
Because you know the truth is, like, I'm from Congo, and my family lineage goes back to the king of Congo, which they walked up to his door and shot him because he wouldn't give his people up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of stuff that I know because all the books are still there.
Well, you know, a plethora of us went to the west sides of Africa. Not really sure where the Congo is. It's
right in the middle.
Right in the middle?
Center, yeah.
Okay. Well, I know it is some Israelites over there. So, I mean, it's a chance for you to be an Israelite, even though you claiming Ham, African. Okay, well, hey. Well, where does the word Africa come from?
Where does it come from?
Because that wasn't the original name of that land.
It was Kemet, right?
They called it Kemet. Some called it, in the Hebrew, they said Matazarium. But there was another name for it. Some people called it Kemet. I'm trying to think of a Kebulon. Some people called it a Kebulon. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But Africa came from Leosippus Africanus, a white man who conquered Hannibal during the Punic Wars. You're familiar with that? It mentions it in this book, Babylon to Timbuktu. And it talks about how the Jews, the real Israelites, fled from the homeland of Jerusalem and fled into the west sides of Africa and parts of the southern Africa, South Africa and all that too. But a lot of us were sold from the west sides of Africa. We were stolen too. It wasn't just us being sold, but Africans did sell us. We're not the same people. You know what I'm saying? You got Africans, the real Africans, they come from Ham. They're Hamites. Me and you, we come from Shem. We're from Shem. So it's a difference. Those are the three sons of Noah: Ham, Shem, and Japheth. You guys heard of Noah, right? Yeah. And he got on the boat with his family, and they survived the flood.
It's all the same family.
Huh?
It's the same family. Though.
No, God chose a specific lineage.
Sons, right?
Yeah, Noah's sons, but they all had their own lineage. And God didn't choose the Hamites. He didn't choose the Japhites. He chose the people from Shem.
He chose all of them because he made all of them.
He didn't choose all of them. I'm gonna get that for you right quick. You mind? This is I'm gonna go to Genesis right quick. Genesis chapter 11. Just to show you the beginning, because God chose the line of Shem. He didn't choose the Hamites, right?
Do you want to take a seat in the big...
This is Genesis chapter 11, and this is verse 10. Yeah. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. So I'm gonna drop down all the way till what's his name? Abraham, right? Verse 27. So you heard of Abraham, right? So Abraham was the father of who? Of Isaac. Isaac had who? Jacob, the Israelites. He's the father of the Israelites, Jacob. His name was changed to Israel. So Israelites were God's chosen people. And Israel came from Shem. Ham is the father of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Canaanites, and the Libyans. All right, so now that's mentioned in here.
And you're saying you're not part of that? Or
I'm not a part of Ham. I'm gonna show you that right quick.
Like you're Ethiopian, though.
I get that sometimes, man. I get that sometimes. But my ancestors came over here. They came over on the slave ships. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
So you don't actually know where you're from.
I mean, that was a part of the curse that God said he was going to do to the Israelites.
You look very Ethiopian.
Very Ethiopian.
You know, like, so
yeah.
I know what my brothers look like.
But listen, I'm not Ethiopian.
You don't know.
I'm not Ethiopian. I'm not none of that. I do know.
That's the thing.
The Bible tells us who the Israelites are. He said he's going to put specific curses on the Israelites, and that would be a sign to identify who they are.
I think a few people got stolen randomly into that.
Absolutely they did. Absolutely. But
that's how it
but I know I'm under these curses. I know I'm under these curses. Watch this. It's the definition of Ham out of the Bible Compact Dictionary, right? It says, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. So he's not the father of the Negroes, but who? It says, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. And you can read about it in Genesis chapter 10, verses 6 through 20. You know what I'm saying? So that's who Ham is the father of. Negroes, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, people off of that slave trade.
So who are Negroes?
We come from Shem. We are Israelites. You guys would be an Hamite. Me and your rib right here are Israelites.
Okay.
All right. So now, you guys, look, we have the same features, a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? But we're not the same. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't dominate on a physical level like we do. You guys had your point in time at ruling.
Don't dominate on the physical level.
Yeah, because I mean, just look at sports. But you're not understanding, because who dominates the NBA and boxing and the Olympics? It's always so-called African Americans. African Americans. I know that, but I have to use that term. I have to use that term because a lot of people are not gonna know Ham.
Yeah, but it's you and me. African.
Okay, no, it's Israelites. I'll say it's not African. We're not African.
You got stolen, right?
Brother,
You got stolen.
no, but let me get this for you. Let me get this for you right quick. I'm gonna get this for you. This is the book of Luke. Because we fled out of the land of Jerusalem into Africa.
Okay.
And then you go back. How you doing, brother? Brother back here again. All praise.
Before that, you were in Africa.
I mean, look, you could say African because technically Israel is on the northern part of Africa. Yeah. You could say it, but again, originally that land was not called Africa. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't called Africa. Again, that was named after a European man, Leoscipius Africanus. You know what I'm saying? So, are you African then? A lot of people over there from Africa. I met some people. I had a roommate that was from Nigeria. He didn't say he was African. He said from what country he came from and the tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Bantu.
But okay, you from the Bantu. Okay, well check this out. You may not believe it, but a lot of the Bantus are Israelites. A lot of them are Israelites. Israelites that were scattered all over, man. We didn't stay in one place. We in every single continent, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, whether you want to believe it or not, you may very well be an Israelite, but I know she is for sure. Now the Bible says that your spirit is going to bear witness with the Bible, and that's going to let you know that you're a child of God. That's in Romans chapter 8, verse 16. You see what I'm saying? So now, again, I showed you that Ham was the progenitor of the Libyans, Canaanites, Ethiopians, and the Egyptians, but it said not the Negroes. So it is a distinction. I'm gonna show you this right quick. Exodus.
Not even that's just not real.
Look, that's how they identified us, though. I have to say that, though. And scholars put that in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even really my words. So watch this. Because God said we was gonna have somewhat similar features and all that, but we are not the same people. He said he put a distinction between the Israelites. This is Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7.
What else is funny? The black woman could give birth to anything.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
My parents are both dark skinned.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. I mean, look.
That's what it is.
That's where everybody comes out of.
Could give birth to
Yeah.
anything.
Right. That's right. No, that's real. That's how you got Esau.
I was gonna say, what is Esau?
Esau, this is the person that was that's ruling right now in the last days. God said that before Christ comes back, these people will be ruling the earth. And it says that they're going to be taken out of power. All right, and God said he hated the Edomites. He hates Esau.
COVID-19, I don't know how they're getting out of power, man.
Right. Hey, look, they're going to be casted down. I'm going to show you this. Exodus 11 and 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So God put a distinction between Israelites and Egyptians. We might have some similar features, but overall, you're going to be able to tell who's an Israelite and who's a Hamite. Like some athletes, Manute Bol. You heard of Manute Bol? Remember him? Basketball player. There's a new player, you know, on the Celtics right now. Hella tall, 7'6". But you could tell he's a Hamite. You know what I'm saying? But people like LeBron James, no, not because he's strong. He don't dominate like a LeBron James, who was a descendant of the people that came over here by way of ships. Our people dominate this earth, man. Whether it be baseball, so-called blacks and Hispanics dominate that. Boxing, huh?
How do I dominate if I'm not that?
I mean, because you're probably on the next level above all these other nations, and you'll probably win some contests against some Israelites every now and then. You might see that every now and then. But above all, we're going to dominate.
You're being just like the white man, technically, by saying what you're saying.
No, because look,
this is better than this, and this is better than that.
Can I show you out the Bible?
I'm physically and mentally better than a lot of my friends.
Okay, but that's why I said that you may very well be an Israelite. That's why I said that. Because God said that the Israelites will be stronger than everybody else, man.
Great grandfather is the king of Congo.
Hey, he may have well been an Israelite.
So I have a question like,
huh?
I mean, I know I'm not an Israelite. I mean, I rock this, I support y'all and stuff, but
Okay.
like, okay, I'm Mexican. My family's from Chihuahua, Mexico.
Okay.
I do. My pops, he's half white, half Mexican. So I got some white in me, bro.
Right.
So what I want to ask you, like, because I know some Black, Hebrew, Egyptians, bro, they say, like, you know, even to my people, like, I know I'm Mexican too, but I got a little white. Like, I'm like, what does your word say against me? Like, is it for me or against me? Like, can I still make it to the kingdom of heaven?
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, just from talking to you,
yeah.
and I'm gonna get Romans right quick. Just from talking to you, I'm receiving that you're an Israelite, brother. I'm receiving that you're an Israelite.
Latinos are Israelites.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you guys,
But I still got a part white.
Who's getting fucked over?
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean, but it's by the seed of your father. So, I mean, you may not be able to go all the way back to really prove it, but your spirit is going to bear witness with it, just like you rocking the chain and all that. You're going to really come back to keeping these commandments and serving the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to read this right quick. Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. So when we hear this word and it connects with our soul, we're going to gravitate towards it. And then we're going to start rehearsing those acts that the Bible tells us to. You know what I'm saying? So next time I see you, if I do, Lord willing, you might have on some fringes next time. You already got the beard. I mean, look, you can go to Joanne's.
I mean, what word is that?
Oh, this is KJV 1611. You can get it online right now, Barnes and Nobles. You can go there, you know what I'm saying, and check out your true history, man. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to start rehearsing the righteous acts, man, keeping the laws of God.
Shades of Africa? I think they do. Off of 4th Street. I think
Oh,
they
okay.
sell,
The KJV 1611?
I think they do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See that? So now, I mean, and the curses. Are you living through the curses of Deuteronomy 28? Did you come up like kind of rough?
Nah, actually, no, I didn't, bro. But I gravitated more to that side. Just life, I guess. But just the people that influenced me.
Right.
But I never grew up rough, bro.
Okay.
My family, bro, is Christian. You know that pagan religion. I
Right.
feel like, but
Right.
yeah, I was brought up Christian in the church, bro. But I just see, bro, there's not really no power in the church right now, bro. In the
Absolutely.
Christian church.
Yeah.
And what I want, bro, is I want God's spirit, bro. And not God, but you feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm
No,
saying,
I know what you're talking about. You
but,
want that spirit.
Yeah, bro, but I mean, I gotta hear, so I'm gonna hear it, bro.
Right. Now, I mean, and even then, a lot of us didn't grow up like that. You know, poor and rough, you know what I'm saying, rough communities and all that. Some of us did live good in this society, but that doesn't make you not an Israelite. Sometimes that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Look at LeBron's sons, and I keep mentioning him, but it's a lot of our people that's living well off in this country. You know what I'm saying? And their kids is being raised up in it. But that doesn't make them not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Because you had people sellouts. A lot of these people are sellouts. A lot of these athletes and entertainers, you know what I'm saying? So they sell their soul to get into the position that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that LeBron didn't have to, you know, bow down and kiss somebody's ring. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth, a lot of our people. But we know through the curses of Deuteronomy 28, y'all, you know about that, right?
I don't, bro.
You don't? Okay, I'm going to read some curses for everybody so y'all can hear it. Okay, all praises. So this is the book of Deuteronomy. So y'all heard of Moses.
Right.
What was Moses popular for?
Oh, that's Noah.
No, yeah. You said what?
Freeing the Israelites.
Freeing the Israelites out of where? Out of Egypt. So now, what happened after that?
So they were crossing
Curses. Well, they was walking in the wilderness for about 40 years, right? They dwelt in the wilderness for 40 years. And during that time, Moses was teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments. And they basically made a contract with God saying, if you keep my commandments, I'm going to bless you, put you above all nations. If you don't, it's going to be some curses, some stipulations to breaking that, right? So now if I make a contract in the music industry, right? And they say, I'm going to sign you for 5 years. You got to make this many albums. I'm going to pay you this amount of money. And if you say, look, I want to leave midway through that contract, it's going to be some stipulations. You're probably not going to be able to put out no music because all that money is going to go to them, you know, the owners of that record company. Same thing with the Most High. The Israelites made a contract with God forever. And the Israelites broke that contract. So I'm going to show you the curses, right? So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. I'm going to get one of these curses. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Now, every barrio, ghetto, slum, bad neighborhood in America, you see blacks and Hispanics living there. Cursed in the city, man. Getting dogs sent on us, being lynched, what I'm saying? They used to put out newspaper ads saying we're having a lynching and a picnic, a pick a nigga.
Sell postcards.
Right, send out postcards.
Black bodies and
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what? They just found 200 dead bodies in Canada of Native American children, just like 2-3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? They just we just recovered 200 dead corpses. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they just also recovered a mass grave
in Texas, on Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah,
yeah. It talks about how they were once together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was all together. Some Native Americans are black people.
Right.
So black people.
And then it says
Native Americans are Mexican people. And that's why a lot of this is Mexican inspired in California, because this all belonged to Mexican people.
Right. Exactly.
It's all taken from them. Yeah.
That's why you hear a lot of black people say they from the Cherokee tribe or Blackfoot.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's true.
You know. But so that's it. Cursed in the city and cursed in the fields. Who was picking cotton? Who was in the sugar fields, the strawberry fields? And even to this day, so-called Hispanics work in the fields for the lowest of wages. Right. You go to certain places down south in prison, they still make dudes pick cotton. Right. They still pick. In Louisiana, them prisoners over there picking cotton.
I mean, slavery still exists. I mean, when we look at the 13th Amendment.
Exactly. Exactly. And they said it's yeah, that's what prisoners are. They're slaves. Yeah. You know. So I'm gonna get some more curses. Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. So they used to be able to come sleep with our women at any point, any time they wanted to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Take her out the field, bring her in the big house, lay her down, do what they want to do to her, and send her back to her husband. That's a curse God said he put on the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And then it says you was going to build a house and not dwell there. I'm going to read it one more time. And thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Who built up America? Our people did. I work in the west side of LA. I see Mexicans building up the west side. Beautiful houses. You know what I'm saying? And they don't live in there. They building it for some white people, man. Or some Chinese or Arabs or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a curse. And then it says, keep going. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. So even then, they still work in the vineyards. And they not reaping the benefits of the business that comes with that vineyard, man. You can make hella money in these damn vineyards. You know what I'm saying? And then look, who making the avocados out? Who making the avocados out of Mexico, right? And America, you know, getting the benefits off of that. And then you said Amazon, he making billions. He just what? He had the little
went to space.
Right. He pretended like he went into space.
Supposedly, huh?
Right.
You have nothing else left to prove. It's like you just want to still prove that you got a big like
right.
Space.
And that's him throwing it in our face.
People are raised. And,
yeah, exactly. He wanted to thank all of his workers and all that. Everybody.
Bottles and,
right. All that stuff, man. Man, so check this out. Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. So now a popular cattle for the Native Americans was the buffalo. And the white man said what? For every dead buffalo is a dead Native American, man. You know what I'm saying? So they used to intentionally kill off all the buffalo because that was their clothing. That was their food. You know what I'm saying? So they thought strategically and methodically. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was a curse that God put upon us, right? And then you had, I'm going to drop down. I mean, I lost it.
So my question is, are you saying that we deserve this curse? What are you saying?
No. In order to reverse the curses, we got to return to the Most High. We got to repent from our wickedness, from breaking this contract, and return to the contract, right? So we have to keep laws. That's our heritage. Our heritage ain't hip hop. It ain't backwoods. You know what I'm saying? It ain't twerking. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of that stuff we see. They put on the forefront for us. They give us BET that's owned by white people, and they put all of this bullshit. Excuse my language. That you see. They promote. Yeah, they promote Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Little Nas X. Exactly. They give us these images because they want all of our people to be seduced by this and follow that same pattern. You know what I'm saying? Which is all against the Most High. And the Bible even tells us how this one particular nation of people, which was the Japanese at that time, they knew that they had to keep the Israelites in sin because God ain't gonna deal with them if they in sin. And they know that if we are subjected to the Most High and keeping His commandments, we're gonna be above all these other nations. They know we're gonna take over this whole earth, man. But we gotta return as a people, man. And when I say return, again, you gotta repent from your wickedness and you gotta keep God's commandments. I'll teach y'all the commandments in a minute. I want to get a few more curses if I can.
Isn't there like 613 commandments?
613, yeah. That's what a lot of brothers say. But look, a lot of them we already keep. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just in us to keep that naturally. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna get some curses, some more curses. I'm gonna drop down to verse 54 right quick, and it says, "Damn, where am I? I've been lost it. Wind blowing, my Bible messed up." Right. Verse 54. It says, "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother." So at one point in time, we had love for one another. It was nothing for us to come help each other out. Sister, you need anything? How's your family doing? Brother, what's up, man? You good? You know, you need to talk about anything? Let's come hang out. But now we got an evil eye towards one another. What you looking at? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? 60s, Norteños, Serranos.
We were divided.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were programmed to be divided.
Exactly. You had the Willie Lynch letter.
Divided,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were, and then on top of that, when we were supposed to be free, we were programmed to hate ourselves.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know?
Yep. And that's and God is using them to put these curses upon us, man. Because He said He's going to use these people as a sword over us, man. You know what I'm saying? So and they're killing us at their own mercy.
We broke the covenant. Our ancestors broke the covenant, which we made a covenant with God, the commandments, and well, we broke it, and that's why we're cursed now.
Yeah, come. See that? So then it says
there's some redemption if we follow the commandments.
Right, absolutely. Come. It says toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom. So we see it and hear often in music, bitch, whole thought. You know what I'm saying? We hear these words, derogatory terms towards our women. You know what I'm saying? That's even a curse. It's we growing up in domestic violence, you know, houses between parents, you know, all type of division and chaos in our households, man. And then it says this, and toward the remnants of his children which he shall leave. Now, who has a stigma for not being in their children's lives? We do, right? We got that stigma.
It's not always what it really is.
Right.
Like sometimes it's the mother's holding something.
That part too.
Most of the time, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just guys
that's true.
the wrong woman.
Right. Exactly. And even the Bible goes in about that. You got to you know, Jake's just laying down with anything. You got to observe and prove her first.
But then some guys really are.
Yeah, some guys are shit. Yeah. Yeah, we see that, man. And then you got I'm gonna drop down to verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. So that happened not even just to so-called blacks. We were scattered from one end of the earth all the way to the other, but it happened to the Native Americans. That's how you got a lot of them they were sent to Portugal and Spain, and they had their hair cut off, clothing cut off, and they was sent back to America. You know what I'm saying? All Catholicized. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we see that. And that was a curse that God put upon us, man. And it says, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Because a lot of our people are off into Islam. Like, you got to go to the Mecca and bow down to that damn Kaaba stone. We go into these Christian churches. They got the wooden crosses set up, the stone crosses set up. We worshiping wood and stone because we worshiping other gods, other deities that's not the Most High Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse.
Even like these earrings, huh? Like no.
Oh, the praying hands? Yeah. I mean, that's usually a symbol that Christians use, praying hands, but it's, you know, I mean, as long as you're not bowing down, giving reverence to it, you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing really wrong with wearing the earrings or anything. You know what I'm saying? So verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So again, geographically, Egypt and Israel is connected. You don't need a ship to get from Israel to Egypt or Egypt to Israel. The Israelites walked out of Egypt into the land, right? So now when he said, I'm going to send you into Egypt again with ships, what does Egypt mean? Egypt goes back to the Greek word Egyptos, meaning bondage, captivity, slavery. Or you go into the Hebrew word matazarium, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Bondage, captivity, or slavery. So he said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again. I'm going to bring you into slavery again with ships. Now, nobody was ever scattered. This is the depiction of the ships. Packaging us in there like sardines. They pissing on each other, shitting on each other. You know what I'm saying? Women having their menstrual cycle upon one another. And we know we in the spiritual land of Egypt and the spiritual land of Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm going to get that for you right quick. I'm going to watch this right quick. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So America is a spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah for the homosexuality. You see now they pushing the gender X. They got the trans people teaching children in kindergarten. what I'm saying, with their legs cocked wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, they doing this, man. And they trying to.
That's what we're doing. I'm a teacher, man.
A teacher? A lot of them is doing that, man. You know what I'm saying?
We're not educating them.
Right. They trying to.
Risking our lives every day to do that.
You guys are underpaid like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Right.
You guys and military.
Right. Yeah. And see that, and that's look. That's a lot of that is the curses, and we got a wicked people ruling right now. It says when I'm gonna get that right, cause I don't want to paraphrase it all wrong.
Keep staying your
Con. Yeah, this is I want to say. Damn, is this it? Con. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So everybody in a state of mourning right now because things ain't right in the earth, man. And that's why God's people has to rule upon this earth to set everything back in order. Because God said, what? I'm going to destroy all them that destroy the earth. Who's destroying the world right now? The air that we breathing in is polluted. The waters is polluted. The GMO food. Yeah, the weather, you know what I'm saying? We eating genetically modified foods. Everything is polluted right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going back to Revelation. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, right? Where also our Lord was crucified, right? Because they set up all of these images of this being the Christ over here in America, man. This is where he was crucified. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like that, right?
That's a Russian dude.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the depiction that they give, man.
It's really that dude?
Right. Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? That was a real person. He was the son of Alexander the Pope VI.
Wasn't he his lover?
He was the lover of Leonardo da Vinci, the dude that painted the picture of him.
He was his lover, and he painted Jesus in his image.
Right.
And so from there,
his father, Caesar Borgia's father wanted to set up his son's image as being the Christ after he died.
Right.
And that's actually in Wisdom of Solomon. I'm going to show you that right quick. Wisdom of Solomon. Show you that.
It trips me up whenever I see images of white things.
Right. Hey, a lot of people stumble at that, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you tell so-called Hispanic person...
I was deceived for so long,
me too, yeah.
I believe that's all I knew, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because like, you were indoctrinated.
Right. And then it's like, but when I took the time to invest in myself and really dig deep, I'm like, wow, like, and the truth is there, it's just you got to dig, you feel me? Like, it's crazy.
Absolutely. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. So spiritual fornication is serving another deity outside of the Most High, right? Because the Most High said we was married unto him. You know what I'm saying? And when we go and worship another god like Buddha, you know what I'm saying? We go and worship Allah.
I'm a Buddhist.
You're a Buddhist?
Depending on what sect of Buddhism you're practicing, it's not about idolatry.
It's about self, just like mastering.
Okay.
Self-preservation.
Well, I mean, they might have great principles within Buddhism, right? But
Buddhism is it's not a religion. It really is just a secular way of life that's followed. It's a philosophy followed like a religion. It really isn't what you think it is. Continue.
Okay, but no, who was what's the dude's name that created it? That created the Buddha?
Siddhartha?
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else. Well, I mean, a person that was popular for it was Gandhi, right? Or no? Am I wrong?
Well, Gandhi was a Buddhist, and he was fighting for the rights of Indians during the Indian independence.
That was typically their thing, right? You know what I'm saying?
I believe he was Hindu, though.
Hindu?
I think he was.
Okay.
But Buddhism's lineage is from Hinduism, but continue.
I think that they come from Elamites. They would be Elamites according to the Bible.
Okay, continue.
But, we got to serve the Most High. That's all.
Yeah, dude. You got good. I'm telling you, I'm trying to put together what you're saying.
So I got you. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 15. For a father afflicted with untimely